What's good with it? We got a new episode on the Mar17 podcast. Make sure y'all do what y'all normally do. Like, comment, subscribe, comment anything you want me to hit on down in the comments. And make sure y'all check out the description. That's where you can find my socials. Show some love on there too. But anyway, we got some news that happened in my city. And this is a real bad topic of discussion. And I think I want to hit on some points on this. Yeah, so we got a sequence of events. First off, I think this was about 2 days ago in Cincinnati and Price Hill. We had a cop shoot this young black man, 18-year-old. I think his name is Ryan Hinton Jr. My mistakes. His name is Ryan Hinton. But anyways, that's his dad. You see, with situations like this, I think everybody has to have an understanding on what and how they view life. Is all life sacred? Is the sacred life only sacred when it's taken by a certain person's hands? You know, we can't pick and choose on this type of thing. We really got to get down to the bottom of it all. Black folks, do y'all value black life? That's a genuine question. Do you value black life? Or do you only care about black life when a police officer takes the life? You know, I ask these questions because I see a race war brewing, or something that resembles a race war is brewing. And pretty soon y'all gonna have to get on a side and stay there. And when I mean get on a side, that don't mean get on a side when a cop takes one of our lives. You have to be on a side. You can't say Black Lives Matter and then we go kill black lives the next day. That means it only matters if a cop takes the life. And I'm a believer that public opinion is everything. And we can't continue being the boy who cried wolf. We can't. Nobody wants to see that. And they're going to kill a lot more of us if we keep with that ideology. The boy who cries wolf. Because if you stick with that ideology, I'm not going to lie to you, you on the same mind frame of thinking as a white supremacist, and you just as part of the problem as one of them. Even if you didn't take life, you don't got to. See, look, and I'm a little bit more patient because I know a lot of y'all been Europeanized. A lot of the shit y'all say and do that does not even come directly from your spirit. That's coming from a bunch of shit you done heard, and you don't even know your true spirit. So you just lashing out. You know, I say a bunch of this because the enemy wants us isolated. Their main game is divide and conquer. That's something that everybody knows by now, isn't it? So that doesn't mean we come together and riot. That means we together. That means the village back. That means we care about each other. That's not what that means. That just means y'all easy to get riled up, and be careful with that, because this only means they about to try to do anything they can to see what sticks, what pisses them off. I'm not trying to wish anything on nobody, but they probably will start trying to pick some of us off just to see how's it going to rile us up and what are we going to do. And my people's not organized. Whatever they do, they're going to have a full-fledged plan with organization on top of that. We got the YNs. We got switches, bro. That's our only plan. You want no other plan. So we got to be honest. Socially, we at the bottom. Economically, we at the bottom. Politically, we at the bottom. In all forms. We got guns. That's about it. We got guns. Half these motherfuckers don't know how to clean the gun. Half of them don't know how to aim the gun. Half of them don't know what they shooting at, but we got the damn guns. That's about it. See, look, the cop was wrong. He ain't have to shoot that boy. I get it. That's a fact. Where do you go from there? What's after that? So the day after the police killed Ryan Hinton, his father took it upon himself to hop in his car and target damn near anybody that was wearing a badge, anybody that even looked like they resembled a police officer, because he targeted this sheriff deputy that was working, I don't know, something over there by Coreyville, UC. You know, and everybody grieved different. I get it. But just like I asked, where do we go from here? How do we prevent it? So what should we have been doing beforehand so this doesn't happen? Why don't we police our own communities yet? I'm gonna keep it a buck. It looked real foolish to sit and complain in their country. I don't care. We built this country. Okay, what laws do you make? You make no laws. What power do you hold? You hold no power. This is their country. We're done with that. We built it. Okay. We barely own any fucking land. So come on, you can miss me with that. I'm just trying to tell you they feel emboldened. So y'all about to start hearing a lot of harsh truths. We can't go complaining in their language. I don't see Black Wall Street anywhere. So most likely, who do you have to go through to put food on your table? And don't give me that individualistic shit. And a lot of y'all not rich. Let's knock that out right there. Because individualism has never got any nation anywhere. It's never got a group of people anywhere. It's never got a community anywhere. And individualistically, y'all ain't shit most of you. And then you get to a certain part, I just explained it with the Shannon Sharp, boy, they'll tear you down just as fast as you built that up. Or you built it up pretty slow, actually. I'm just saying, can we start talking about shit like this before we instantly just get we just gonna kill white people. We just gonna kill the cops. Okay, they trying to rile y'all up. They have more authority to rile us up. Their playbook is persecution. What judges do you have that doesn't work for the system? What policing do you have that is fair to you? You don't have any. Not gonna lie, if you look like me, you were most likely born with the odds stacked against you. And if you didn't want to be born like that, you might as well have been a cow, because then we could have just ate you. You know, I'm just putting a different perspective out there so you could do what you want by all means. Eat bitterness is all I'm going to say. Eat it. Because we can do a bunch of complaining. We could do a bunch of emotional talk. But when do we talk about shit that's serious, and when do we actually try to put effort into making genuine change? I'm talking about economically, socially, politically, and with the community. When does that start? You know, we're not the people that can act off of violence first and nothing else. Even the people that do that, they still have an organized, strategized way. They don't even just do it off the whim. So if you want to get into that, you might have to, have some other shit going on. We can't just up and kill. Or you can, but we're not, like I just explained. These aren't our cops, these aren't our judges, and this isn't our country. As of right now, it's not. I don't give a fuck about that. We built this shit. They never gave you 40 acres and a mule. They owe us $15 trillion in reparations. If your black ass want to stand up and try to say something to damage the shit, they gonna kill you. So you can mess me with that. This is our country. This ain't even yours. Okay, but who has the power? Lie to me and tell me we got the power. We got the power of ignorance, and it don't look like that's ever got a human being anywhere. I gotta hit on shit like this because, like I just explained, everything that the enemy does is organized and strategized. And I don't give a fuck if they started trying to make some of these laws when Nixon ass was in office. They've been strategizing and been organizing. What I'm trying to say is, emotionally, off the whim, we don't stand a chance against whatever the fuck they plan on doing or want to do. It don't happen out of nowhere. A knee on the neck don't happen out of nowhere. Shooting a black kid come on. They raised the money for a girl that said the N-word. They raised $500,000. You think that's some out of nowhere shit? Okay, I'll give you that. I'm saying that's some planned, organized shit, and they got a lot more coming. I didn't even get into how they gentrifying the hoods, and they're gonna cut off all your social security and everything that you depend on from the government. But like I said, we wield the power of ignorance. If you wield that power, I'm not so sure where that gets you. It doesn't look like a lot of them done laid their head down and off themselves with that power, because they don't get it. Damn near you ditch your morality, ditch your real friends, and ditch your soul. So you can wield that power. I'm saying, okay, why don't you channel that anger if you really angry? Or are you just like them? You mad and just, you don't like them. If you mad and just don't like them, you should have been doing what you had to do. But that's not the point. That's not even your character. You just reacting. I say, why don't we get to think and strategize and organize and then react? We can react. That's their nature. That's who they are. It's who they always will be. And I'm not even just talking about a specific group of people. I'm talking about systemically. They are oppressors. Come on. They don't hide in it. Damn sure not anymore. This is kind of like in a living room talking. I'm only talking to the minority. Because the majority, either ignorant, individualistic, selfish, not smart enough, or don't even give a fuck enough. Sad to say, those same people are going to be the ones acting like they give a fuck, rioting, doing whatever they feel like is necessary. I'm no judge. But I can say we done seen certain playbooks play out better than others. And just ignorance alone has never got nobody anywhere. But how y'all feel about this? Y'all can get at me in the comments. I'm not with the gimmicks, the propaganda. Most people truthfully don't have their own mind, so anything you read on the internet, you can't even count that it came from the soul. It might be a bot, might be just some evil shit, or somebody like a record player just saying what they heard somebody else say, or just thinking emotionally. And I can't get down with that, but I'm willing to listen. I can listen. Hit me with it. Like I said, get in my description. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram. Put my Twitter down there too. Make sure y'all subscribe and turn on my notifications so y'all know where I post. I told y'all I was about to get more consistent with it, and here we are. Hell yeah. Make sure y'all like, comment, do what you got to do. I'm out.